These days, it's cool to call yourself an entrepreneur. But the real entrepreneurs strive for continuous improvement, innovation, and willing to take risks of detrimental proportions. Join me as we meet the people that are making this happen. One by one, they're sharing the story of their journey as an American entrepreneur. In this episode of An American Entrepreneur, I'd like to revisit one of the most interesting characters I've ever had on this channel. His name's Big Bucks, and he's the owner and founder of 14 Records in Dallas, Texas. How I usually find people to come on this channel is I actually ride around in my car on a Saturday morning, and I just go into businesses. And as I was driving down the road, I saw the sign that said 14 Records. I thought, now that's interesting. So I went in and I met Big Bucks. He was all in to do this video. So I asked him, when do you think we could do this video? And he said, let's do it right now. So I went home, got my gear, and came back about an hour and a half later. And I knew it was going to be a really interesting video when I walked in with my camera and saw this. Hey Bucks, how's it going?
Who knows that? Friend or foe?
Friend.
Who that?
That's it, man. I knew for sure this was going to be an interesting video. And I must say, Big Bucks shared some very, very interesting advice that every entrepreneur should know. And bear in mind, and I say this all the time, that it doesn't matter how small or how big your business is. All the concepts and ideas are the same. So check out what Big Bucks has to say about his business. I have no doubt you'll be very inspired and enlightened. So check it out.
How are they discovering this music? Through their parents, would you say? Or how
Well,
are they
a lot of
discovering
times it's
it?
parents or friends. Vast majority is through streaming.
Okay, because this is some old music when you talk about Sex
Yes.
Pistols and
I-
Miles Davis.
listen, A smart business owner doesn't just talk to his customers. It's more important to listen to his customers.
Right.
How do you find out about this band? It's questions like that. Because it's to my advantage, but it's just fun too to talk to them and listen to them. As old people used to say, people as old as me, I like to talk to the kids. But they are streaming, say, 1,000 songs in part a whole in a month. Statistics have shown, and what I've heard from my customers backs it up. They may fall in love with 100 bands, and they'll stream those the rest of their life. But say the 5 or 10 bands they fall in love with the most that month, they go out and buy on LP or CD or download. Streaming is driving the sales of physical music. Streaming is keeping record stores in business. They help each other. They're not enemies like most people think. I buy a lot of new reissues of old Pink Floyd's, new remasters as they call them, where they've improved the sound. But they print the covers perfectly and so forth. A lot of them are extremely well done. That's a reproduction of history, and that's great. I want the actual piece of history for myself and my customers. So the Pink Floyd remaster for $35 might actually sound better or sound as good, but it'll never have the history
Right.
of the copy I have that was actually manufactured the year it came out. And a lot of teenagers tell me, they always word it differently, but it's basically the same thing. I'll ask them, why are you spending like $200 on this first pressing of Led Zeppelin 2? You buy 180 for 35. Cut my throat.
Right.
I want to find out what you're thinking. This is what I heard so many times. I believe it. They basically say, I know the reissue's cheaper, but I want the version of the record exactly like the day it came out. That's the exact phrase I've heard again and again and again. I want it to be the one just like the day it came out, the very first version. Now, why is that important to them? I don't know.
Well, people like the real deal, whatever.
I'm talking like 15-year-olds are telling me this.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
What would you like to share the next couple minutes about your store, about the business, about maybe encouraging other entrepreneurs to start a business? What kind of advice?
Well, first of all, if you're really smart, if you're a really intelligent person, you want to make a lot of money, you want to open a record store, just don't do one thing. Don't open the record store, because you're going to bleed money for 2 years unless you're already rich. That's what I did, but I'm still here. But if you do, good luck. Got to be brave, got to be creative, and always think of new ideas. As trends change, you don't have to follow them, but you do have to change your business model constantly to keep it working. That's the way I survive, is changing my business model. Delete something, add something new. But really, you just have to really want it more than life itself, and be willing to not only work, but sacrifice a lot of time, sell a lot of stuff you thought you'd never sell, because you're going to lose money for a year or two guaranteed. So you better have some money. I still don't know how I survived the first year of this, but when there's a will, there's a way.
Right.
What was the rest of the question?
That was really it.
Well, in closing, can I just extend a casual invitation to whoever the heck is watching this?
Please do.
Hi. It's a fact. Trust me, I would know better than anyone. 14 Records is Dallas's least known, least popular, least profitable record store in Dallas. Period. Guarantee. And I'm working hard to keep it that way. However, if you must make me more popular and make me rich, come to see me. Just call 1-800-GOOGLE. They'll tell you where I'm at. 14 Records on Garland Road in Dallas, Texas. I've got the best condition records on earth. I've got 100 Led Zeppelins, vintage, 100 Pink Floyds, 100 Dylan, 100 Frank Zappas, incredible rare punk rock, jazz, blues, country, great sale sections. I got $10,000 records. I got 10 records ready for the bargain hunter and the snooty rich collector and the guy in between. And my job, more importantly than selling people a record, is to have a great vibe in here, and for people to have a great time in their visit, whether they buy anything or not. And I really mean this. What matters more to me as the owner of all these records than all the value of the record combined is the vibe of the store. Do people, everybody that walks in, ideally, I want them to feel 1% better walking out than the one who walked in.
Cool.
Whether they buy anything
really
or not.
Cool.
Thanks again, Big Bucks, for taking the time out of your day to come on this channel and share your story and inspire others. I hope this video added value and you enjoyed it. I'm Curtis Mulberg. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.